Okay, we're starting off with 2 bottles of our Parmesan Caesar dressing in our crock pot. Now I'm coming in with 2 pounds of chicken breast and we're placing that right into our dressing. This is gonna be a super easy and delicious crock pot dinner. Perfect. I have 1 block of cream cheese that we're gonna place right on top of our chicken. If we can get it out of this wrapper. I got the store brand and it's a little sticky. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna come in with our minced garlic and we're gonna add a good amount of garlic into our crock pot with our dressing, chicken and cream cheese. And of course we have to season this up. So I have my Italian seasoning and I absolutely love this brand of the Italian seasoning. It just gives so much flavor, but you can adjust your seasonings to your liking. I just think Italian goes really well with these other flavors. And then we're gonna do some onion powder on here, but like I said, you can adjust it. I'm just making sure that I get everything nice and seasoned so that this has a lot of flavor. Now I'm not gonna do salt because the dressing has plenty of sodium, but I am gonna do some black pepper. Just gonna add the perfect little kick to our dinner. Oh, it smells good already. That dressing is absolutely incredible. All right, now we're just gonna go ahead and top this off with our Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna use this whole bag covering up all of that goodness. All right, and now this is ready to cook. I'm gonna go ahead and put my lid on and we're gonna pop this on high. 1 large can of our home-style baked beans in our crock pot. Next, I'm gonna add 1 pound of cooked ground beef for this super easy crock pot summer recipe. Yummy. Now I'm gonna come in with my Southern-styled diced frozen potatoes, and we're gonna use half of this bag. We don't need too much, and you can use fresh potatoes. Just make sure you dice them up real small. That looks like about half. I have here half of a red onion that I diced that we're adding right into our crock pot. This is such a delicious and easy recipe that everyone loves. And of course, what's everyone's favorite tomatoes? Rotel. And this has the green chilies in it, which makes it just so much tastier. Now I'm gonna come in with my frozen corn, and you can do canned or fresh, but I just wanted this to be super convenient. Also, the frozen corn adds more moisture, which is always a good thing. And you know I couldn't do this without some cheese, and we chose the cheddar jack just for like a little bit of kick. And we are gonna add this whole bag of cheddar jack in this, and I have an 8-quart crock pot, so this fits a lot. So if you need to, size this down for your crock pot, that is totally doable. Now for seasoning, I have my original chili seasoning mix. You can, switch this out for a taco seasoning. You could do a ranch seasoning. You can honestly add whatever kind of flavors you want to this. You could add some bacon. You can add anything. And we're gonna use that whole packet right in our crock pot. And we still need a little bit of salt, so I'm gonna freshly grate some salt on there, but if you're worried about your sodium, just leave it out. Personally, I like salt. I think that it just elevates every savory dish that I make. And then, of course, we have to do some black pepper, and we're gonna add a generous amount of black pepper right in there because we want to give it a little bit of kick. I know we have those green chilies, but this is gonna really just take it home. Beautiful. You know what time it is. We're gonna give this a nice hearty mix. Oh, now it might seem a little dry right now, but the best part about the crock pot is that it brings moisture. So as that cheese melts, as those veggies defrost, it's gonna become a lot more moist. And then we do have something special we're gonna add after it's cooked. So do not fret. This is gonna be delicious, it's gonna be tasty, and it's gonna be a home run. We just got to make sure that we get everything mixed in, especially those beans. And also you can add an extra can of beans. I almost did that, but then I was like, that's not going to fit in my crock pot. So I skipped it, but you can add that if you want to. And I think this looks pretty much ready. Let's go ahead and get that little bit of tomato in there. We're going to go ahead and put our lid on, and this one's going to cook low and slow because it's going to taste better that way. Okay, we're starting off with 2 pounds of our lean ground beef in our crock pot, and we're just using our meat masher to get it all separated. Now I got the 96% ground beef, so keep that in mind. We want the least amount of grease when this starts to cook. All right, that looks great. Next, I'm gonna add 1 bag of our coleslaw right into our crock pot. This is gonna be so easy, so delicious. Anyone can make this dinner. Once we get that all flattened out on top of our ground beef, I have my shredded carrots, and we're gonna add a generous amount of our shredded carrots in here. And I know I've been using carrots a lot lately. It's just because I really love them. It's great for your eye health, it's tasty, and it goes well with this style of dish. Now this might seem a little odd, but we're gonna add a little bit of brown sugar to this. Now, if you don't want the extra sugar, you can skip it, but trust me, it's just gonna add the most beautiful caramelized flavor that is just gonna complement everything we have going on here. All right, perfect. And of course, we're gonna add some minced garlic to this. You know I love my garlic, and we're just gonna add a couple scoops of garlic in here. This is a generous dinner size, so we wanna make sure that we add enough garlic for that ground beef. Now this is where the real flavor comes in. We have our tamari sauce. I like this because it's gluten-free, unlike soy sauce, and we are adding a generous amount of this right into our crock pot. Now I did do the less sodium because that's what I prefer, but you can use whatever kind you like. And we're gonna add about half of our bottle in there.
It smells good.
All right, one more thing we're gonna add before we get this cooking is 2 cans of our low sodium beef broth. You can use chicken broth, but I just felt like the beef broth made so much more sense. And this is just going right into our crock pot with all of those delicious flavors. This is gonna help everything kind of just seep down to that ground beef to make sure it gets nice and flavorful. All right, no mixing is necessary. We're gonna pop this on high and let this get cooking. All right, we've had this on high for 3 to 4 hours. We can go ahead and turn this off and take off the lid. It smells so good in here. That Caesar dressing is to die for. And we're not gonna dig into this quite yet. We have our hand blender that we are going to use to shred our chicken. We're just gonna do it low so we don't splash ourselves, but we did let that cook long enough to where it's just easily shredding. We're mixing up that cream cheese in there. We're getting that dressing all mixed together. This is gonna be absolutely delicious. I mean, come on, look at that chicken. Look how tender it is. It is just falling apart. You probably didn't even need the hand mixer. You probably could have just mixed it up with a spoon and it would come together. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit so we can really get that sauce nice and blended together. Doesn't it smell amazing?
Oh my goodness, this looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be amazing. All right, I think this is coming together really nice. We have one more ingredient we're gonna add, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that. And that is our fully cooked bow tie pasta. Now we're pouring that all into our crock pot. Mix this together for our Caesar Parmesan pasta. Oh my goodness, it looks so creamy and delicious. I mean, what is not to like? This is so great for an easy dinner on the weekdays. If you want to set it in the morning and let it cook for 8 hours on low, that's also a great alternative if you want to make this before work. But honestly, this is good any day of the week, and I think it is ready to enjoy.
Wow, it looks so good.
Yeah, and you know, you can eat this with a Caesar salad on the side and double up on the Caesar, but that looks amazing. Oh, lots of chicken. I probably could have only done 2 chicken breasts and it would have been a little bit more balanced.
That's right, more protein.
Yeah. Oh, it's hot.
Is it good?
Oh my goodness. This is so good. You guys are gonna absolutely love it. All right, it's been 6 hours on low. We can go ahead and turn this off. Oh, it smells so good. But like I said, we're adding one more thing, and that is 8 ounces of sour cream. This is gonna make it creamy, moist, and everything we want. Now this is optional. You could do like a canned cream of soup before we start cooking it to make it creamier, but I mean, come on, nothing beats sour cream. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mix that fully into our beef potatoes. Oh, doesn't it smell amazing?
Oh my gosh, that was the first thing I noticed. It smells so good.
Oh, and look at that. That just is gonna be the perfect addition to this recipe, was that sour cream. I mean, come on. And we add it later so that it doesn't curdle in our crock pot. Now it is just perfectly creamy. Oh, I just can't believe it. Sometimes I make these recipes and they just come out better than I expect. All right, time to serve this up. Got that cheese in there, potatoes, rotel, corn. I'm excited. Oh my gosh, that was really hot, but that was really delicious. This is absolutely a hit. You have to try it. It's been 2 hours on high. I did mix it halfway. We're keeping that baby on high because we're adding something yummy. Oh, so you can tell that the meat is on top because we gave it that midway mix. It's fully cooked and looking good. All right, time to add the special ingredient, and that is our beef ramen. And I have 4 packages of our beef ramen. That's just gonna go right in there. We're not using the little seasoning packets, but we're gonna go ahead and kind of get these nice and tucked into our other ingredients here so they can soften up. But this is gonna be very, very quick. So let's just kind of really push them in. That's as best as I could get it. Now we're gonna put our lid back on for 15 minutes and check out those noodles. All right, it's been 20 minutes with our ramen in there. We can go ahead and turn this off. Woo, this is looking good. All right, let's give it one last stir. You can see that the ramen just cooked beautifully. That's the great thing about the ramen, is that it cooks super fast. Oh, I think I probably could have just done 3 packets of the ramen, but I mean, this is a ramen dish, so it's totally okay that we have some extra noodles. All right, now to finish this off, I do have my chili oil, because you know I like it the heat, and I'm just gonna give this a little mix so that we can get some of that little spice in there. Now this is optional, you can leave it on the side, but my family loves chili oil, so I'm just adding it right in there because this is really gonna complete the dish. Time to try this. Oh, I am so excited. Everything just cooked so perfectly. I've got cabbage in there, so it's a little bit healthy. All right, let's give this a try. Oh my goodness.
Is it good?
So flavorful. Oh yeah. That's a winner.